Hi, so today's topic for the 10 days challenge is 10 things that I can go a day without and why. So let's just get right to it. Number one on this list, I decided to put my smartphone. I actually don't use my phone for texting or for calling or for anything outside of listening to music or for reading files. Like sometimes I put files on and stuff and I like to just read things on there. Ebooks too. So I don't actually need my smartphone for that. I could do all of this on my tablet, the tablet that my company has assigned me. And often I do because the tablet has more space on it. So yeah, I don't need a phone. I actually frequently, my smartphone is usually on mute. Not even vibrate. It's just on mute because I don't actually want people calling me at any hours of the day. So sometimes I have the volume on, but very, 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 very infrequently. Yeah, so first one I would say is my smartphone. Number two on my list, I decided to put down TV. Yeah, I can live without TV. It's just, I don't watch TV shows. Part of it is just from being outside of Canada and really hating Asian dramas. I can say that I don't hate a lot of things, like passionately hate, but I do really hate Asian dramas. And that's pretty much all that there is on TV in Korea, is usually just dramas. So I don't like dramas. Even in Canada, I don't really like dramas. I don't like North American television shows. It's very difficult for me to get into TV shows, and I don't have the patience to sit through entire seasons of a TV show. So I can very easily go a day without TV. I do it frequently. I don't actually have cable in my apartment. I have a television, and the only reason why I bought the television was to use my PS2. So yeah, I don't watch TV. Okay, alright, so number three on my list is Facebook. I could very easily go a day without Facebook. I've had a Facebook account years ago, then I deleted it because I went to China, and then in China, Facebook is blocked. The problem is that I was part of a student organization in China, and since we were run by foreign students, everyone had VPNs and they were organizing everything on Facebook. So when I was in China, I actually had to get a Facebook account again, so the only reason why why initially I made it, was just because everyone's like, oh, well, we need you to be on Facebook so we can organize events. Then every country that I've been in since, all the expats like to organize things using Facebook. So that's the only reason why I still have a Facebook account. I go on every now and then, and I kind of use it like Tumblr, where I just reblog random stuff that friends post, like pictures and everything. So yeah, I'm not exactly sad if I go a day without Facebook. I don't even really think about it. Alright, number four on my list, I put down cooked food. So, as a vegan, a lot of what I'm eating is usually raw, and there's not raw, I just mean I actually do eat raw vegan food, but organic, uncooked stuff. So, I eat lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. Sometimes if I'm feeling like a quick snack, I'll just grab some nuts or something. Some of those, I guess, are roasted, which might fall into the cooked category. But for the most part, I could very easily go a day without cooked food. I don't really think about it sometimes. I used to do it more before, and it wasn't that I was just going and buying processed food and eating it all day. It's just that sometimes I just don't have time to cook. So, I just go grab a salad, grab some fruit, just chew on that all day, come home, then I'm like, oh, well, I don't feel like cooking, so I might make myself a sandwich, or even just have, I don't know, sandwich, I guess. If I can find, when I have vegan bread, I can have a sandwich, because I usually have to go out of my way to get it. Or vegan crackers. There's a brand that I can have that's vegan. Yeah, so sometimes I just get very lazy and I don't cook, and being vegan, I usually have to cook my food, and there's just some days where I'm I don't feel like doing it. So I don't really notice if I go a day without cooked food. Alright, let's go to number five. So number five, I put down makeup on the list. And for some people that might be well, no, duh, but I guess it's because I'm very I'm doing my nails all the time, twice a week, especially living in Korea, there's a lot of pressure for me to always be dolled up. I was always like this before when I was in Toronto, I always had my makeup on just to go do groceries and stuff, which might seem kind of sad for some people, but that's just how I've always been. I enjoy wearing makeup. I haven't had a boyfriend, or even I haven't really had a significant other for a while, so it's not like I do it for anyone else but myself. I just like the way I look with makeup. I like playing with colors, and I have fun with it. So yeah, even though I do like that, very, very recently, like as in really recently, I've actually gotten comfortable the first time in the last 5 years where I've allowed myself to just not have makeup. So I've done it a few days here in Korea, just because I guess especially being vegan, my skin just like looks nicer now. So I'm just like, wow, my skin looks amazing. I don't want to cover this up with makeup. Like I want to just show it off to the world. So I've had a few days where I went without makeup. I received lots of criticism. I shouldn't say a lot. I received some criticism maybe from my workplace about that because they really don't like that, which is kind of sexist, but I can't really say anything because they give me my paycheck, which is kind of sad. But yeah, so I've went some days without makeup. So now I know that I can actually go a day without makeup. This is like a new revelation to me. All right, let's go to number 6. So number 6, I decided to put down transportation. I live very close to my workplace. That's not a problem. But I'm actually the kind of person where if something's usually about, like it's a few kilometers from me, yeah, like a few kilometers, as in maybe two kilometers, I don't mind walking. So, yeah, there's a few places I go to that are about 20 minutes, half an hour walking distance. And, you know, I don't like taking buses. I actually really hate public transportation, and I really can't stand taxis. So I could very easily go a day without taking any transportation, like just using my feet. Yeah, I wouldn't really notice it. All right, number 7 on my list is I could go a day talking without friends, or without talking to friends is what I meant to say. Yeah, good English there. I was just teaching all day, so I'm qualified. Yeah, so very easily I can go a day without talking to any of my friends. Might seem like kind of a sad thing, but being an expat, it's very difficult for me to speak with friends. Like I have some friends, I guess, who are Korean. I have lots of expat friends. They live in different parts of the city. It's very difficult for us to meet up and then communicate or have like dinner and stuff together. So if I have to go a day without friends, like without seeing anyone or chatting with anyone, even online, it's happened before. There are days where I'm just like swamped with work or busy, and I don't talk to anyone, and I get kind of bored, but like it doesn't like affect me the way that it might affect some people where it's like I need human contact or communication. I consider myself a very extroverted person for the most part, so I'm specifically saying here talking with friends because I think if I have to go a day without talking to anyone, I'm just like I lose my mind because my job is to talk and speak with and teach. Like I always have to be communicating, you know? So specifically talking with friends is okay. Like I've gone days here in Korea where it's just like the most people I spoke to in that day were just sales reps and stuff, and I was like, whatever. All right, so let's go to number 8. This one's gonna be kind of like kind of one, but I can actually go a day without having any spare time or relaxation. Like as in no breaks or just like wake up and just go. I've done it before. It's like so horrible to the body, I think, because, you know, you come home and it's just like stress, you know, like I've actually gone, I think, a few days. Like I had a few days in a row where it's just like get up, go, do this, and like I'm even like eating in transit because, yeah, I remember it was in Toronto because I was saving up to go to Europe for the summer, and prior to doing that, I did this amazing thing, not really amazing, as in it's like totally just killed me in my spirit, but I decided to get two part-time jobs, and I had a full-time job. So I was working like insane hours, and it was literally just get up and go. Like even at my break, because my workplace was really shitty, they weren't actually giving us our legally required breaks. So I would work a 10-hour shift, and maybe I had half an hour, and it wasn't even like a full half hour. It's like, oh, you worked 5 hours, go take like 10-15 minutes and get back here. So it wasn't really break. It was just like walking downstairs this like really shady room, trying to take like a quick breath, and then going out. And then, you know, right after that, it's like, oh, now that you're finished your 10-hour shift, like go and do this shift at this other workplace. You know, like I've actually had those days where I guess the only real spare time I had was just, no, because I used to just walk between each workplace. So I didn't even take transit. I just walked. You're like, oh, I'm going to walk 25 minutes in that direction and go work at my other job. So yeah, like I've actually done it before. It really stressed me out. I actually went, true story, when I had those jobs, I went 3 months and I only had 1 day off. Literally only 1 day off in those 3 months, and I think it was my birthday, and I had to like bite tooth and nail just to get that freaking day off because no one wanted to give me a day off. So yeah, I've actually kind of done that before where I just had like no spare time in a day, eating on the go, like eating while I'm walking between jobs. All right, let's go to number 9. Number 9 on the list, furniture. I'm not sure if you could tell, but I'm actually sitting on the floor right now. My apartment, I have kind of like a really typical Korean apartment, I would say. So like my table, I guess table kind of counts as furniture, but the table is actually just like a little table that's off the floor, and I sit on cushions because it's just like that's how, it is in Korea. Like you sit on the floor, you have a low table, you eat your food off that table. So I guess by furniture, maybe I should be specific. Like I could go like I could very easily go without any Western furniture. Like I could just have like a little mat that's on the floor that I sleep on. I've done it before a few times here in Korea where I just slept on like a futon on the floor. And not even like a big comfortable futon, as in like this thick futon. And I don't mind. It's like, I have it right here. It's actually on top of a mattress, but I've slept on this before, just the futon. So yeah, I could very easily go a day without sitting or using any Western furniture, or what I'm used to, I guess. Even just go a whole day without furniture, like, who needs it, right? All right, 10, this one's probably gonna get, like, it's not a good thing to go a day without. I do it frequently, so number 10, I can go a day without breakfast. Maybe some people be like, well, whatever, lots of people do that. It's not a good thing, it's not something I recommend. It's happened to me before a few times. Like I went a few days ago, it had to happen because I had to get up early and I had to go to the immigration center to settle my visa since my visa is expiring in a few weeks. I just got it renewed. So it was literally like get up at like 7, take a quick shower, take the subway to try to get there for 8:30 when it first opens. And there was already a huge lineup like 10 minutes before the building even opened. And that's only when it opens. So you go in and take a number and you have to wait another half an hour to go and speak with the people. And so like I was like I think I was on like number 33 in line, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, keep in mind that, I arrived there 10 minutes before it opened, before the building opened, which was 40 minutes before the tellers even got there to like open that section, and I was number 33. So yeah, it was a situation where I really just had to like get up and go. And I've had lots of days like that where it's just like, get up and go do this thing, because Seoul is like really spread out. It could take hours just to go from each end of the city. It's basically just like a city where everything is spaced out, versus like where I've been to Tokyo before, and it's like you can get across the city in an hour because it's like just all tall buildings all packed in together. So so it has happened. It's not something I endorse or recommend to anyone. Like, always try to grab breakfast, grab things on the go. I think it's just because of the vegan diet. It's like, unless I'm like going out of my way to grab some fruit or something, because I don't always have fruit on me, then it's like there's not much. I can't just go anywhere and grab some food as I'm like, waiting for a train or something, or a bus. Yeah, so those are 10 things I can go a day without. And I guess this is my list. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll do another one tomorrow. Bye!